What's up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Anne Richmond, aka Hearthsinger, the head bard in charge around these parts. One person commented on one of my earlier videos that I had a lovely voice and they'd be interested in hearing more singing content from me, which, first of all, thank you very much. And another person commented on another video that they would be interested in hearing about some of the characters I've created because I've been doing so many character creation videos for Dungeons and Dragons and other RPGs. So that got me thinking, what if I did both? So today I'm going to be introducing you to my bard and her insane, honestly, first world family problems through a song that I wrote about her. Let's get into the story of my glamour bard, Calliope Rimestaff. Calliope Rimestaff was born to a noble family with an estate near Neverwinter. She and 5 of her siblings left it to wither and decay after a cataclysmic arcane event, which resulted in the loss of their father and, unfortunately, her best friend and older brother, Vaindral. Vaindral had become the heir to the family fortune, but as their father began to wither away, he suspected something darker might be afoot. And so he and Calliope called the other siblings back to the estate to discuss what they should do. And he revealed to them that he believed their father had been corrupted by some sort of arcane artifact. But it also came to light in the course of events that Vaindral had made a horrible pact with an Archfey, the Queen of Air and Darkness, so that he might be able to use these powers that she granted him to stand against their father. But in taking this pact, it came with a dark cost. The Queen of Air and Darkness demanded that he give up his mother. And as terrible as that cost was, he was desperate. And in his hubris, he believed it would be worth it. And Calliope, who at the time was none the wiser, had just simply watched her mother wither and die before her very eyes. But after this pact was sealed, it became very clear to Vaindral that one life would never be enough to sate this changeable Archfey. Vaindral knew that before they could face their father, he would have to tell Calliope the truth. And when he did, it unleashed a terrible storm inside her. She offered him no quarter, no mercy, only the bitter cold of her disdain. But it never stopped her caring for him. And so in time, the Rimestaff siblings worked to discover their father's workshop. Hidden in an eternal wintry demiplane, they descended into what seemed like a perfect copy of their estate, full of this sense of gloaming and deep woe. It was here in this terrible place that they defeated their father, but in turn discovered that their name, Rimestaff, came from a magical artifact which housed the soul of every person who had been an heir to the Rimestaff family name. And it called to them each, demanding that this generation needed someone to take it up, to hold it in place, to guard the many secrets of generations of this family. And much like the Archfey, Vaindral recognized that hunger, that need to collect more and more of them. He looked into the faces of his siblings and saw the hearts of adventurers, lives outside of this estate, and he saw the face of Calliope, their youngest sibling, who, when everybody left, was tasked with the work of taking responsibility to marry well. Marry, in fact, a man her father had practically sold her to, and he knew what he had to do. And as he took up the staff, he recognized his chance not to take from a higher power, but to grant them all the freedom that he felt they deserved, the lives yet unlived. And so, before anyone could stop him, Vindral, perhaps as a deep penance for his past wrongs, took up the staff and used this newfound power to push his siblings out of the demiplane and shut it behind them, sealing himself away forever. For a time, all of the siblings seemed to want to see if there was a way to help Vindral leave behind this eternal winter, but eventually they all departed the house, leaving Calliope alone to mourn. And good things did happen for her. She fell in love with someone who had worked at the estate her entire life and was finally free to be with them. And it was him who finally convinced her to move on and leave, but even though she left the estate, her heart never really left with her. In time, Calliope realized she would need a source of magic that rivaled the Rimestaff in order to open all of the arcane locks that had sealed her brother away. And she knew of only one person who wanted her brother freed just as much as she did, but who was far more powerful and far more capable of undoing the enchantments that sealed her brother away. And so she set about a plan to find her way to the Feywild, discover the location of the Queen of Air and Darkness, and treat with her, to tell her where her quarry, her beloved champion, was now. She thought, in her hubris, which is a theme here, once Vindral was freed, they could work together to free him of his pact with this evil Archfey. Now, I always imagined Calliope writing and singing this song on the last day in the estate before she was finally able to leave and seek a new life with her husband, Percival. She reaches out one last time to Vindral. I'm sitting in your room, and I am trying to break through. I know that you thought I spent our last moments hating you, and I know it's true. You did what you had to do. But I just wanted to say, fuck you. I guess that you got everything that you ever wanted. But at what cost? Now our family's hearted. You did what you had to do. Oh. Still, I just wanted to say, I won't let you go. I kept coming home, and I sent letters, I told stories, I brought love. But you weren't there. I guess none of that stuff was enough. And I know there's a still voice inside your head. What can I get you to do? To listen to me instead. Remember our name, and don't you dare look away, 'cause I need you to know I'm gonna go bag that Archfey. and I'm coming for you. You don't get to choose. I still choose you. Ah, PTSD&D, how it warms the soul, doesn't it? Did I mention Calliope is 31 now, has twin sons, and oh, that guy she married, yeah, he turned out to be a dragon, so that's like a whole other story that I suppose you'll have to subscribe on Patreon to hear. I will also be posting my Calliope Rimestaff character sheet and a small blurb about her family history in case anyone on my Patreon wants to use her as an NPC in their campaigns. I put out new videos every single Wednesday right here on this channel, so if you had fun today, please like, subscribe, hit that bell to get notifications every time I put out a new video. And if this isn't enough for you, come hang on Twitch. I'm streaming several days a week, and I'd love to see you in chat. And for now, I think that's it. So get out there, guys, and live your quest life, and I'll see you next Wednesday.